Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, here to share some time, some energy. I'm here to offer forth some encouragement, some inspirations I found for myself. And I'm really kind of playing today by ear. To be honest, getting up today, the Monday energies. Here, let me jump right into that too. Anyway, we'll cover the good part first, then we'll get into the remainder. Masterful Monday. This is your Monday reminder that you can handle whatever this week throws at you. Admittedly, this was a reminder I needed for myself today, right? Just that little encouragement. You can handle whatever life brings at you. Life, what I've learned in this experience, it can be lived as a chore or an adventure. I lived the majority of my life doing chores, feeling obligated and doing a lot of the things that, well, I just felt had to be done. I felt life was a chore. I didn't really see the adventure in it. I had a tough time finding the fun in life, to be honest. But now what I'm learning, what I am living, I am choosing to live life as an adventure. And what I've learned through this, it's obvious. It really is obvious how efficiently and effectively we can execute these things is it's a different story, right? But it is obvious. The way to live life as an adventure is with adaptation, creativity, and flow. Maybe even some creative adaptation and flow. It allows the chores to become part of a lifelong adventure. And that's what I've been trying to realize for myself. But admittedly, today, I got up with a little, I don't know, the energies seemed heavy. See, the inspiration seemed absent and left myself kind of wondering, what do I do today? And then life brought me a couple more opportunities and some questions. How do you know what you should do? How do you know what is right for you and your priorities, your focus, your time? How do you know when you should divert and offer attention to someone else? Today, I felt challenged in my own mind, my own heart, but you know, the way I personally deal with these things is I seek inspiration and I pay attention and I try and change what I'm feeling intentionally. Part of my hopes of changing my energy today was I was seeking out other creators, other terms of wisdom. There was a couple that stood out for me. I watched something on economics earlier, trying to promote the benefits and the value of money, which certainly there are. But this study was related to the connection between economic wealth, money, and levels of happiness. And there's been various studies on this, and all of these studies have their benefits and their flaws from what I've seen, but there are patterns to happiness and levels of wealth. In this story, what it was talking about, though, in this study, what it was talking about was how we have our baselines. Maybe I'm mixing a couple of different inspirations, but we have our grounded baselines, our normal patterns of being, how we feel within. And then through our lives, what this society teaches us through our language and the environment, the culture around us. Um, it teaches us to chase happiness, right? That the much of the mindset in this materialistic world, the consumerist society that we were born into, the advertising, all of this stuff that plays on our emotions, gets us wanting and desiring things, right? Well, chasing these moments of happiness, chasing the new toy, chasing the new whatever, the new car, the new house, the new, chasing the new, chasing the wealth and the material, it brings momentary joy. It brings momentary acts of fulfillment. But if you're in this loop of chasing happiness, it's fleeting. You'll get happy for a moment, then the new toy is old. It's normal. It's not new. It's what I've had before, right? And then you're not as happy with the new toy, the new relationship, the new car, whatever. This life is really fleeting. What is more important than the material possessions, what is far more than important than that is the experience. The experience of being a man, the experience of being a woman, the experience of being. That's a gift. It really is. And there's no price that can be placed on that. Hey, I don't mean to ignore. Sincerely, thank you, Talcott Express. Talcott for YouTube Sheriff. We need some sort of order and justice on these streets, man. It is crazy out there. Lots of negativity and lots of confusion that's being shared and spread. So I'm going to loop this round back to where we are. You know, this morning I was fighting the energies and trying to find my motivation and the topic. What do I want to discuss? What do I want to do? How long do I want to keep doing this? And what do I need to change in order to really grow and start getting some movement going? I don't know. I really don't know. So today, my idea, I haven't dropped the link to join yet. It is probable, possible open panel conversations, but I'm really trying to break away from just hanging out on YouTube. I really am. I'm looking at the state of the world today. There's a sickness. There is a disease. There's corruption that's happening at so many levels. Trying to remember some of the things that were reminded me of this morning. You know, obviously the war and the politicians and just this nonsense of litigation and constant bureaucracy and all of these brothers and sisters. The world does not have to be the way that it is. But if we want the world to change, we're going to have to join together. We're going to have to start uniting with people we don't know, uniting with people we don't know yet, maybe people we don't agree with, you know, on the onset or on the initial interaction. Maybe we don't agree with these people, but brothers and sisters, to make a better world, it's going to take a lot of people involved, I think. But you know, I don't even know if that's the right description either. I did drop the link for those who are present, may wish to join. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Um, I don't actually intend on streaming an awful long time. It is Monday again. I'm still trying to figure out where I fit in my community, and I know there's another city council meeting tonight. So I'm doing what I can as a man. Doing what I can to bring forth a better world for us all. I It's what I tell myself I'm doing. It's what I feel like I'm trying to do. One of the inspirations that stood out for me earlier was a quote that circumstances do not define a man. Okay, and that's the absolute truth. Circumstances do not define a man or a woman for who they are or what they are. What circumstances do, circumstances allows the man to realize who he is, who she is. That's what the circumstances do. The results of situations and what life brings forth. Those circumstances that challenge us, toughen us, that challenge us, bring us pain, bring us through the darkness, those challenges. I lost my train of thought there. Hey, blessings to you. Please remember to hit the like button. Blessings to you. I appreciate all you guys who are strolling through. Thank you. Yeah, not a lot here. There has been growth in numbers, and even the views seem to be going up and down. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know, but I do know that we're all here to make a better world. And we're going to make a better world when we start improving ourselves. Right? The topic of the video today, the topic of the stream, realizing and raising your baseline. What is the baseline of your level of peace? What is the normalcy of your fulfillment, your feelings of fulfillment? How aware are you? This is the key to life that I'm trying to get everybody to understand. Self-awareness is the key. You must know who you are to know anything else about this world. And the world's going to keep trying to tell you who you are. I mean, look at me. I guess that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to remind you of who you are. Because I don't know who you are. I'm suggesting you may not know who you are. I'm suggesting you might have become confused in the years of your life living in this world of corruption and deception and manipulation and fear. Maybe you don't know who you are. And if you don't, it's okay. It's okay to not know who you are. That's why we're here. We're here to discover ourselves. And we discover ourselves, who we are, through the circumstances and the moments, the experiences that life brings forth. Because seriously, you don't know what you're going to do when someone actually, comes at you. You don't know what you're going to do when someone might harm someone you care about. You don't know what you're going to do until it happens. We can be all boastful and prideful and be, I'm macho, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, bet. When life comes at you, when things are happening, sometimes you get overwhelmed. What I've been learning is sincerely creative adaptation. Creative adaptation of what life brings forth, trying to change not change, it is change the narrative, right? Because the world language, well, again, I'm hearing myself and remembering the things I wanted to get across. I could have done a lot better making some notes today. I hope you guys are following along, or whoever. I hope what I'm offering is helpful in some way. I do. What I was reminded of today, right? who we are, our emotions are different. While they're the same, we all feel these levels of fear and hate and love and lust, and all of these different feelings are felt within us at different times, different levels, and in different ways. But we got to remember the emotions we feel, they are there. I mean, they're there to help protect us. I imagine this was one of the theories too. The evolution of emotions, it's to preserve us, to keep us alive. I mean, everything that we have within us, the way our mind works, the chemistry of our body, the way the conduction of electricity. I mean, the bodies we have are so amazing, so divine. It tells me are, we are divinely created, right? There's a purpose for our being, and the purpose is the awakening. It is to grow conscious of you, as you, with you, for you, to grow conscious for you. And back to this, realizing and raising your baseline, right? If you start paying attention to yourself, how are you when you're not multitasking, when you're not distracted by all the world and stuff? How are you when you're alone by yourself? Are you impatient? Are you bored? Are you nervous? Are you afraid? I mean, I see patterns of people, and I've recognized levels of this stuff in myself too, especially in the past. It's like a codependent need sometimes that we can build up within ourselves. We'll become codependent on chaos. We'll become codependent on others around us, because without others, without chaos, what are we? We're nothing. Is it okay for you to be nothing? That's what I realized for myself. I fought it for a long time. I fought for a long time that I didn't want to be nothing. I wanted to be important. It doesn't matter what others say. You and God know in your own heart what your soul is trying to do within your own life and trying to bring some sort of kindness to others. Thank you. Um, I'm curious about this too. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I wonder what would happen if I just played old streams. I don't know. Life is interesting, sincerely. Life is a bizarre trip, and well, do I exist? I mean, this is what got me on this path. When my life transformed, all of a sudden I went from being needed and being valued and being appreciated to all of a sudden just thrown away. And so I was like, I got a lot of time. Nobody seems to notice me. So then started wondering. I thought maybe I stopped existing. I thought maybe I died. Maybe I did die. Maybe I'm not here anymore and this isn't real. Rather than get upset by that, I just accepted it. And then I started recognizing that this is what God was showing me, is that it was okay. It was okay for me to not be needed. I'm confident my son is just fine. He's living the life of him, right? He's doing what he wants. So are my friends. So are my family. Everyone is doing what they want, what they believe they want. And so, as the world showed me that it was okay for me not to be needed, well, it allowed me to some time, and I went inside and I started practicing stillness. And tell you what, when you practice stillness, guess what? You don't exist. Nothing exists. You're just like gone. You're just there, but not there. And that's what I realized. That's who I am. I am here and not here, right? And sometimes, even when we're together, we're not really together because our minds are elsewhere. Our heart is somewhere else. To even have that question is your evidence you exist. You need to exist to question. I do not deny that. You are correct. Live without existence. In Him, we live and move and breathe and have our being. God is within every sentient being. I trust in this, Daisy May. I really do. And this is what actually, in a conversation I had earlier today with a man I call a friend, I got upset again because I was told that if my plans require the cooperation of others, then I am wrong. I shouldn't be relying on anyone. That's the story I keep getting told. And that's a partial truth. I know that God is within every sentient being. I believe God is within everything. I believe that God's evidence is everything. And I trust that God will. I mean, this is what brought me up today. I mean, I'll be honest. Here, I'm documenting my adventure as it is, right? Many people know the timeline. March of last year, to avoid the auction of my home, I sold it. And I sold it to an investment organization. They do property investments. They now own my home. And I raised my son in and, spent my life trying to pay for. But they own the home and they allowed me a lease, a prepaid lease with the purchase. And the lease expires, as I understand, this Saturday. So I don't know exactly what my rights are as a tenant. I don't want to be a dick, but at the same time, I'm really, really sick and tired of people telling me what to do, placing these expectations and timelines upon me with no support, no communication, no real clarity, or, well, no support. That's the biggest key. So this has been what my life has offered me for the past several years. A 3-year labor dispute, which resulted in the loss of my home, and a number of other different issues came up through that time. But so today, as a man, I am challenged. Where is my motivation? Where is my faith? Why should I have faith when I've been wrong for so long? Doesn't make sense, and I understand that. I do understand that. But what I know, what I told myself, reminded myself today, it's very simple. God moves us all. And at some point, God will move the mind, move the heart of who is supposed to be involved with my life. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been through this. I'm going to have faith that God will help me. And my thought today is that even if, I went out today sitting in the sun, sitting in stillness and peace, meditation and prayer. And the thought occurred, okay, so next week or the week after, whenever it is, say I'm no longer here, I'll be somewhere else. Eventually, I will meet different people. And eventually, different people will bring different experiences. Different experiences bring different circumstances. Different circumstances and experiences bring different opportunities. And I trust, I'm paying attention. I'm watching for opportunities to grow and to succeed. And I'm getting this beeping. If that's coming through again, I apologize. It is not Discord. I do not understand my laptop as well as I wish I did. It is irritating me though. So maybe this will be a particularly short stream. Hmm. Another one of my inspirations today regarding the baseline, right? I know I feel I'm doing kind of a poor job of explaining what I'm talking about. But recognizing that there is a baseline of happiness, there's a baseline of contentment, there's a baseline of being you that you have become accustomed to, that you've grown to feel normal with. But is that baseline you? Is that baseline the right level of happiness for you? I believe for every one of us that there is greater levels of joy available. There are greater levels of peace available, greater levels of love, greater levels of fulfillment, of achievement. We are here to achieve and to experience greatness because greatness is what God creates. God calls it good. I think what is great, and we're a part of that. So no, it's actually not the backstage signal either. It is my laptop. I think I thought it was a connection. I tried changing a couple cables, but hey, I don't know how long this setup's going to stay. So I'm dealing with what I've got as I've got, doing it the best way that I can find. And I am trying to grow each day in myself, in who I am, in my ability to explain some of the things I've been learning, in my ability to maybe discern and understand what might be helpful. That's part I'm struggling on still, to be honest. I don't know what is helpful. I don't know what. I trust in God. And you know what? Here, let me bring this back. One of the other inspirations I received earlier today was the reminder from someone else, the power, the power of radical acceptance. See, radical acceptance of the circumstances and the experiences that life has brought forth, just, excuse the language, just fuck it, right? Fuck it. This is how it is. All right? Great. This is how it is. Okay. This is actually how it is. All right. Radical acceptance. Whatever it is that you don't want to accept, whatever it is you don't want to believe, if it's true, stop fighting it. Okay. What raises our baseline of happiness, what raises our, hey, blessings, new guru. I got a ton of other tabs open, but it sounds just like Discord. I know that. Discord is not. It's not open and it's not on. I don't. I'll figure it out eventually, but or I won't. Here. So radical acceptance and the baseline, right? The baseline of your happiness. If you can radically accept that life is where it is and just accept you for who you are and others for how they are and the world for what it is, if you can radically accept that, you get the peace. You get the peace from the absence of resistance, the absence of discontent. Because if you're constantly discontent, you're constantly resisting the world or how unfair the past was or whatever it is that you're thinking. If you're caught up in normalized discontent, you're doing yourself an injustice. Okay? I mean, I'm saying that I'm offering that conclusion with a bit of assumption, obviously, and clearly blind ignorance. I don't know the details, but I do know, brothers and sisters, that I found peace within myself. What I'm offering to you, what is going on? I found peace within myself. I have found joy and freedom in my experience as a man. And that's despite the challenges, despite the heartaches, despite the pains. I I know that others can find the same things, right? It's a matter of wanting and willing and doing. And if we don't want to do something, we won't, obvious. If it's something we will do, we will. And you know, I'm telling you, if you devote some of your time and attention each day into growing in your awareness, if you spend some time and attention each day intentionally going within, asking yourself questions, how do I feel? I mean, what would help me feel better about this situation? Do I need to change my attitude? Is there something I can affect or influence outside? Is there something, should I better explain? Do I need to better understand? We have these opportunities within us every day. We have the opportunity to grow, and the world is backwards, man, totally backwards. We're not supposed to feel small. We are small in the scope of the world. I mean, sincerely, we are small. In the vast numbers of people in this world, there's some big problems going on. There's some real horrific problems in this world right now, and it's going to take a lot of us. It's going to take a lot of us to join together to raise our own baseline with the purpose. You know, if I feel better, I'm going to do better. I think the world deserves us all to do better, better than we were before, better than we've ever been. I think it's time. It is time for all of us to start realizing, raising our own standards, our own baseline of who we are. What are we willing to accept? What are we willing to do? And why? Why are we willing to accept this? Or why are we not? Why are we no longer willing to accept some of these things? The why is the meaning. The meaning is our purpose. So, what is the purpose for you being you? What is the purpose of being how you are? Is it good for you? Is it good for others? What could make it better? That's what I'm wondering. That is what I'm wondering. Oops. I don't know what this completely is, but God makes all things right when it's time, right? And I do believe sometimes that we go through these delays because all of us, we're on our own individual development and we're on our own um, We're on our own path of development and growth. And I believe sometimes the delays in our dreams, in our hopes, it's for a purpose. It's to create us a little stronger, a little greater than who we were. That's what I think. That's what I think. I assume I would help the turtle upright. I don't know. See, we don't know what we would do until the moment comes, really. Can affect my immediate world and hope it spreads. If you believe you cannot fix the world, you won't even look, won't even try. Um, the why is the meaning. Why is a letter in the alphabet? Praise God for everything, man. It is for everything. Who said it better, Jack or Paul? I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. Comes down to this with the ego. The ego wants to chase. The heart says existence is your purpose. Be fulfilled. And because you exist, endless opportunities. Those are wise words. Again, new guru, they are. Existence is our purpose. That is true. But the choice I made for myself that is a realization I came to, is that existence is my purpose. And so then from there, I went further with myself. If I'm going to exist, why? Because I didn't want to exist, honestly. I mean, after losing everything, everyone I cared about fucking left my life. I'm still like, why? What happened? So when I realized I had to still exist, I mean, I did contemplate going away, but it wasn't my path and it wasn't right. I knew it wasn't right. And God led me other ways. God granted me peace. That's a good question. I couldn't see myself enjoying existence without my son, without people I cared about. I couldn't imagine myself enjoying existence all alone. So I honestly, at the time, I thought I didn't want to exist. But you're right. I wanted to enjoy existence. And I think this is what our creator does with us as well. These feelings of suicide that I had in my past, what I know to be true is what New Guru pointed out. I just wanted to enjoy. I just wanted to be happy. I just wanted to feel peace, just like everybody else, right? I didn't realize I was the problem. I mean, on some level, obviously I did because I wanted to end me, but it was my beliefs. It was my beliefs and my limits, my opinions. My beliefs and my opinions brought me my limitations. I'm glad you're here as well, my friend. Um, it's not the flesh and blood who is our enemy. It is the principalities and rulers in high places. That includes on the individual level, right? Within yourself. The principalities, the principles, the rulers, the rules you create, the judgment that you hold, the standards that you want to impose, those things, those are our problems. See, it's our opinions that drive us nuts. That's what I learned for myself. And that's why, God is good. You know what, brothers and sisters, this is a very short stream, kind of bounced around on a few different topics, and I appreciate the attention and those who tuned in, but I'm feeling like I may wrap this up. We'll keep it a short one by intention. Well, see, another reason someone's got to take off. Hey, blessings to all of you who joined. I do feel I am going to wrap it up today. Tomorrow, I pray for inspiration and I pray for motivation. And, you know, I think the stars will keep aligning, the planets will keep moving, and life will continue to emerge. And so I do hope to return again tomorrow. I hope you will. Hey, this is actually true, right? You do know everything I was going to say. You do know it. All I'm trying to do is remind you. I'm trying to find the words to remind you because other people had words for me. Other people's words reminded me of who I am, and I'm trying to help you. No. I'm trying to do my part. I'm trying to do my part and share the light, the love, the truth that I know. I'm trying to share the inspiration, the encouragement, the faith that God has allowed me to find for myself. And I want to offer that. I want to share that. I encourage you to take some with you. I trust God will replenish me with my faith again. So till next time, thank you again, brothers and sisters, sincerely. Choose love, peace for everyone, without fear. God bless us all.